Help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Tomorrow on ET, we're with Chadwick Boseman's widow, Simone, talking life after loss.
Grief is a lifelong battle. It doesn't go away. It says, get used to me.
Plus, Nick Lachey is back to turn things up 98 degrees as our guest co-host. But thank you so much to Zach and Steven for helping us out today.
By the way, Magnum PI returns on a new home, NBC, in 2023.
Yes, indeed. Now, we leave you guys now with an exclusive first look at season 2 of Netflix's hit series Firefly Lane, out December 2nd. Fellas, you're the best.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you all.
Right.
Aloha, right?
Bye,
Aloha.
Happening now.
The first day of Dia de los Muertos honors the memory of children who have passed on. And after Uvalde, that has taken on even more significant meaning. Coming up, how San Antonio is preparing for tonight's March of the Children.
We're at the same San Antonio hotel we were at a year ago, talking about staffing and supply chain issues. So about a year later, what's changed? Coming up tonight, we'll give you a side-by-side comparison.
Another opportunity for rain is just around the corner. I'll time that out for you and talk about the cold front associated with it in just a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
We're going to begin with a shooting, though. It started as a fist fight. Both teens hit when the bullets started flying.
Bexar County Sheriff's Office deputies responding to that shooting call just before 2 o'clock this afternoon on FM 78 near Ventura Way. That's by the Converse city limits in northeast Bexar County.
Garrett Berger joined us from there now live. Garrett, what do we know about the victim's conditions at this hour?
Well, Sheriff Javier Salazar says that both teens were hit in the gunfire, one suffering injuries to their lower leg, the other an injury to the lower back. Now, both are expected to survive, but it all started when there was a fight right in that area behind me where you see the spilled food on the sidewalk. The sheriff said the two teens were in a fist fight while a crowd of bystanders watched. Then a small white import sedan pulled up, he said, and at least one person from the car started shooting. Both teens were hit, though the sheriff said the 15-year-old ended up getting into the car with the shooter.
Well, I mean, that just tells me that to me, he probably knows who those people are. And again, I don't believe he was the intended victim, but as we've seen in cases like this, these people aren't necessarily skilled marksmen or even very good at doing what it is that they do.
The 15-year-old was dropped at an address on nearby streets, sheriff said, but both teens did end up being taken by ambulance over to BAMC. The sheriff says neither's facing charges at this time, though depending on what led up to that initial fistfight, they could. Now, the sheriff says they believe a car across the street as well was hit by a stray bullet, and they believe there may have been a second person shooting from that white car that pulled up. They say they don't believe there was any gunfire from people outside of that car. Live in Northeast Bexar County, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Garrett. A tradition of Dia de los Muertos is to honor the lives of loved ones lost. The families of the Robb Elementary mass shooting victims are doing just that by demanding action be taken with gun laws. It's part of the Marcha de los Niños event that's happening all over Texas tonight, including right here in San Antonio. As a matter of fact, this is a live look at Confluence Park on West Mitchell Street. Those in attendance will be demanding the minimum age to purchase an assault weapon be raised to 21 years of age. The event here isn't happening until 6:15. Our Patty Santos will be live at 6 p.m. to show us how people will continue supporting the community of Uvalde, along with other communities affected by gun violence like Santa Fe, Sutherland Springs, El Paso, and more.
A San Antonio man who answers emergency phone calls for a living was arrested after police say that he was driving while intoxicated. 27-year-old Lee Martinez Jr. arrested Monday morning. Witnesses told police they saw Martinez's car drifting between the lanes along I-10 West near Scenic Lake Drive in 1604. Records showed that Martinez failed a sobriety test and refused to give a breath sample, so SAPD got a warrant for a blood draw. Martinez has been with the department as a call taker since 2018.
We now know one of Texas' top most wanted is sitting in jail after being arrested. He's been wanted by the Bexar County Sheriff's Office since January. 38-year-old Chris Slack facing 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and assault of a family member, along with violation of bond. There was also a warrant for his arrest in Harris County. Slack found last Wednesday in Von Ormy. He was previously convicted for weapon possession, robbery, bail jumping, and evading arrest.
After nearly 4 hours, lanes on a stretch of Stone Oak Parkway are finally back open. That's after construction crews hit a natural gas main there that caused a leak. This happened around 9 this morning in Stone Oak. Lanes were shut down along Stone Oak Parkway from Knights Cross to Arrow Hill. Hazmat crews and CPS Energy workers out there to fix the problem. They were also there to monitor the air quality. No homes or businesses were evacuated.
Happening tonight, a candlelight vigil for Eric Cantu, the 17-year-old who's in the hospital after being shot by now fired SAPD officer James Brennan. People are asked to gather at the scene of the shooting at the McDonald's location in the 11,700 block of Blanco Road. The vigil begins at 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to have the latest from this vigil coming up at 10 on the Night Beat.
It has been a wild ride for the hotel industry over the past 2 years, and apparently it's not over yet. Supply chain and staffing problems have morphed, but they're still there. Courtney Friedman went back to a hotel that she visited almost a year ago to do a direct comparison.
And it's not just the rooms that are affected.
10 months ago, we were here at the Estancia del Norte Hotel in San Antonio getting a blunt picture of how the supply chain and staffing shortages were wreaking havoc on business. Today, we checked back in to find a similar picture.
The pandemic really changed hospitality as a whole.
Alex Alston is the Human Resources Director for Presidian Hotels, which owns Estancia del Norte. Last time we were here, the supply chain crisis was the top problem, making it hard to find things as basic as toilet paper. But since Presidian has 10 hotels in Texas, they've figured out a way to share supplies.
Several of our hotels have had to change brands and shampoo. Some hotels got rid of the mouthwash.
Thankfully, Alston says most guests have been more understanding of the new industry norms. The issue that has not improved is staffing shortages.
Oh, it's worse, big time.
This month, the American Hotel and Lodging Association released data showing 87% of hotels surveyed reported staffing shortages.
A lot of times we're on the phone early in the morning calling another hotel saying, hey, can you give us a front desk clerk, or can you give us 2 housekeepers?
There's actually no official wait staff here at the hotel. They had to close the restaurant down. So if you want food, you just order it right here to the bar.
After the pandemic triggered mass layoffs, people have been afraid to go back.
So we're having to find really creative solutions to bring them back and show them that we're there for them and they can make a career out of this.
That includes working in hybrid schedules, better benefits, and even continued education. Companies ready to take hits elsewhere in order to prioritize people. Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Last little bits of rain farther to the east of town, closer to the Gulf coastline. It's very light in nature, and this isn't going to add up to much more. But that's where the bulk of the precipitation has been since last night and early this morning. You look at the 24-hour rainfall, and those yellow colors indicating 2 or more inches of rain just outside of the KSAT 12 viewing area, again, closer to the Gulf coastline. You get into parts of our viewing area, Cuero up to about 0.8 of an inch, Hallettsville area about an inch, but in San Antonio and Bexar County, generally under 1/4 of an inch when it comes to rainfall, actually 0.02 officially at the airport. 0.6 of an inch near Panna Maria. That was nice. Eagle Pass right now at 73, 75 in Lakey. Comfortable temperatures, 75 in Mico. Check out Lavernia, 6 miles south, 0.3. A little bit better there than locally and in most of San Antonio. 71 right now, dew point of 59, some increasing clouds out there. And this evening, you'll notice the wind calming down and some patchy fog developing after midnight and especially closer to tomorrow morning. If you missed out on the rain last night and this morning, another chance is just around the corner. I'll time that out for you in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Adam. Pfizer is working on an RSV vaccine for newborns, and now the company says it has enough data to seek approval from the FDA. The company says it will submit its findings by the end of this year. RSV is a common respiratory virus that typically causes mild cold-like symptoms for most people, but it can be extremely dangerous for older adults and infants. Pfizer's vaccine would be given to pregnant women who produce antibodies that are then passed on to their newborns. If approved by the FDA, it would be the first vaccine for RSV.
Happening now, open enrollment for health insurance coverage for 2023. Right now, more than 14 million people get their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, more commonly known as Obamacare. While more people joined during the COVID-19 pandemic after Congress passed generous subsidies to make coverage more affordable. Only 8% of Americans were without health insurance as of August. That's an all-time low, according to the Department of Health and Human Services. For some plans, they can be as low as $10. For more information on all of this, you can head to KSAT.com.
So many different fundraisers returning this year after a 2-year hiatus, and that includes the San Antonio Fire Department's Fill the Boot for MDA, or Muscular Dystrophy Association. MD is a muscle disease caused by a mutation in a person's genes. Some people are born with it, others can develop it. This week, firefighters will be out on the streets with their boots to collect money. All that money raised is supposed to stay right here in San Antonio. Monica and her son Danny, who was born with MD, they know the benefits of this fundraiser.
As you see the firefighters at the intersections with the boot, please give, because your donations help kids like Danny to be able to attend children's camps that really raise their self-esteem.
The firefighters will be out there collecting donations starting tomorrow through Friday.
All right, get ready for the scruffiness, the whiskers. It's November 1st, which means the KSAT team is participating in No Shave November to raise money for cancer research, treatment, and prevention. I'm going to start officially on Friday.
Okay.
I've got something I've got to do Thursday.
Yeah, I hear you.
Look weird if I was all scruffy. Here's a look at who's joining in the fundraiser, both on-air talent and behind-the-scene crews. This fundraising effort has been going on since 2009. Last year, Team KSAT raised more than $20,000. We want to raise more than that this year. You can scan the QR code to learn about the 13 cancer foundations that benefit from this fundraiser. You can also find information on how to donate and read about why each member of the KSAT team is participating.
I've already noticed some scruff
around the newsroom.
I think some people started over the weekend. All right, 'tis the season to give, but also buy. If you want to get your holiday shopping done early, we'll tell you what is best to buy in November. Coming up next.
And TransGuide 281 and San Pedro, and we can see that traffic is generally moving smoothly in both directions. A little bit of a backup, slow going in one of those directions, but I believe that's the northbound lanes of 281. Not all that bad.
Here's what we have planned today at 6 o'clock. Marcha de los Niños not only happening here in San Antonio, also in Austin this evening. That's where the families of Robb Elementary victims travel today to fight against gun violence. Arlie Waldman is there, and she'll show us what this event is all about. Plus, it's been a couple of hours now when a jury is still deliberating on the punishment for a mother convicted of killing her 4-year-old daughter. The latest on the Jessica Briones trial as we wait to find out her sentence. And it is just 1 cent, but a property tax increase by that much is expected to do a lot of good for students in Judson ISD. It's an idea proposed through a bond election. Voters will decide on 2 propositions that focus on safety and security, as well as some new schools. Details on those projects and how soon they could start if this is approved by voters. All that and more today on the news at 6.
All right, now that Halloween is so yesterday, the holiday shopping really gets going. November, traditionally the month for discounts, Black Friday and all. But 12 on your side to Marilyn Moore, it shows us a few top tested products on sale right now.
'Tis the season when holiday shopping gets real, and so do the deals, especially at turkey time.
Most tech products are going to be at their deepest discounts on Thanksgiving, but if you're looking for a TV, wait until Black Friday when they'll see their biggest deals. And keep in mind that sale prices will be fluctuating all month long, so if you see a good deal, grab it.
Consumer Reports tracks prices of its top tested products all year, and right now, This Samsung OLED 4K UHD TV is on sale for less than $1,800 at Walmart. That's $1,200 off. They say this 65-incher is one of the best they've ever tested. Have a coffee lover on your list? CR recommends this Ninja Specialty Coffee Maker, $170 at Amazon and Best Buy. But hang on, both retailers just sweetened the deal and slashed their price by $30. Something else that's hot, a wood-fired outdoor pizza oven. The Guyber Fremont 29-inch oven is now on sale for $254 at Lowe's. This wood pellet heated oven holds a 13-inch pizza. Looking for earbuds? Listen up. You can get great sound quality on a budget. These Audio-Technica wireless earbuds are a Consumer Reports Best Buy and are now $79 at Amazon. Finally, if you're hosting for the holidays, how about some help? And bonus, it's pretty quiet. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, we're talking about deals in later November, but we're not quite there to that later November weather.
We are not yet.
At least
Although
not yet.
Today was nice.
Yeah, pretty pleasant out there.
I liked the rain last night, even though some people got more than others, but that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, for the most part, where we got the rain yesterday in and around San Antonio and Bexar County, it was under 1/4 of an inch, but better than nothing. And if you missed out, we have more opportunities. Take a look at our rain chances. Now, you see that 20% Thursday night, even on into the first part of Friday. That's just for a few brief little showers here or there, a few little streamer showers. We're really focusing on Friday evening into Friday night. That's when we boost the chance right now up to 40%, so scattered in nature, and that would be for some thunderstorms along a cold front that's headed our way. All right, so let's talk about the big picture. This is the last 12 hours of our satellite and radar. You can see good amount of rain, especially closer to the Gulf coastline, parts of the coastal plain. This was nice, good drought denting rain for folks east of I-35 and especially between I-10 and I-37. The upper level system that's been supporting the rain last night and this morning, it's now moving out of here. It's closer to Oklahoma City, but we had the energy from it. That's moving out. We're looking at this next little swirl that's dropping into the Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Portland, and areas of rain stretching and precipitation stretching all the way down into the San Francisco area. That's our next system. Already a big dip in the upper level flow associated with it. This will slowly push our way, dropping good snowfall in the higher elevations of the Rockies, and it's going to make it here and give us some of its energy and a cold front by Friday evening. Of course, the exact timing is still a little uncertain, but right now it looks like Friday night football could be affected in some locations when it comes to the chance of showers and thunderstorms. Now, here's the key, and I know unfortunately this is so often the case. We're going to be right on the tail end of all the activity, most of it north of us into North Texas and East Texas, but we'll be right on the tail end with that potential for the scattered activity. That's why just a 40% chance as it stands right now. I think after midnight, our chances really drop off. And again, that's late Friday when we're looking at that next real chance of thunderstorms and the off chance of some severe storms as well. Something to monitor. We'll keep you updated, and we'll be fine-tuning that forecast in the days ahead. 73 our high today. That's 4 degrees below average. And across the state, mostly 60s and 70s. 60s under the thicker cloud cover east of San Antonio and where we had more numerous showers. I mean, look at Gonzales at 65, even New Braunfels at 67, where we've had sun, Uvalde 75, Hondo 76, officially at the airport 71, and Comfort right now at 74. So tomorrow morning, right near 60 degrees for most of us. Some upper 50s in the hill country, Comfort, Bulverde 57. Get to Pleasanton and Stinson about 62. Then by tomorrow afternoon, we make it well into the 70s. About 77 in Helotes, Converse 77, Floresville 78. And this is very average for this time of year, very seasonable afternoon high temperatures. Also, some patchy fog developing late tonight. Anticipate some patchy fog for the morning commute tomorrow. Could be a little bit of drizzle with it as well. Reduced visibility for the morning drive in spots, 59 degrees. Then by noon, we get some sunshine, 71. And by 4 o'clock, we're up to 77 and a 10% chance of a stray shower. We're talking the off chance of a brief sprinkle tomorrow afternoon. Thursday, a few sprinkles isolated in nature. And by the way, you'll notice the humidity Thursday and Friday. It's going to be pretty sticky. Friday evening, Cold front moves in, scattered activity, that 40%. And that's going to pave the way for a beautiful weekend with a lot of sunshine, low humidity. Look at Sunday morning, 49 and high temperatures in the 70s to right near 80 degrees. I have to end with my favorite Halloween costume across San Antonio last night.
Did he go as Justin Horn?
No. You're funny. Read the caption, Steve. So Tammy's mom reached out and was like, hey, this is what we're doing. Could we get oh, yeah, he needs a little mini thermometer for this, of course.
True.
I love that. And the little red flyer wagon in the background.
Gotta love the mini Met is what I call him, the mini Met.
The mini Met.
That's great.
Thanks, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I love the way this team is playing. The W's are great. But they're really sharing the ball very well.
This hot start for this team would be amazing just on its own. Yeah, you throw in the drama off the court involving Josh Primo. This is just amazing. They had the concentration to do this. When we come back, we'll talk about the Spurs are on a roll to start this season. And Tony Pollard's career day coming up. Our San Antonio Spurs hit the practice court today to get ready for 5 of their next 6 games at home. It will start tomorrow when the Spurs host the Toronto Raptors after winning 5 of their first 7 games, but they're now 4th in the Western Conference to start the season. This is the Spurs' best start since they went 6-1 the same year they went on to win their last NBA championship in 2014. How have the Spurs maintained their focus with all the drama off the court involving the Josh Primo allegations?
It's our job at the end of the day. We're getting paid to go out there and play basketball. Outside distractions, like, they're going to happen. Sometimes it's team related, sometimes it's in your personal life, but you still got to go out there and do your job and play your game.
And next to come calling, the Toronto Raptors. That will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock at the AT&T Center. The Brooklyn Nets have fired head coach Steve Nash after just over 2 seasons at the helm. The Nets have started the season 2-5. Former Spur Jacques Vaughn will be the interim head coach, and the Nets face the Bulls tonight under Nash. The Nets have gone 94-67 overall, now suspended. Boston head coach Ime Udoka has emerged as a possible replacement.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys get a much-deserved week off after starting the season 6-2, coming off a 49-29 defeat of the Chicago Bears, the highest-scoring game of the season so far. It's also the first game that the Cowboys' offense has outplayed the Dallas D, and Tony Pollard sees the opportunity to start in place of the injured Ezekiel Elliott, rushing for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I would say it was big for offense. We needed a game like this where we could show that, when we get into the red zone, we can get 7 instead of, finishing with 3 and, just finishing with scores and points, add it up at the end.
All right, the Houston Texans have a very short week to prepare for the only undefeated team in the NFL when they host the Philadelphia Eagles this Thursday night. No one knows Jalen Hurts and the Eagles better than Texans defensive back Steven Nelson, who spent last season in Philly. He was asked if the Eagles have taken on Hurts' identity.
Most definitely. When I was there, I was just watching him, day in and day out. He's always, in the gym, working out. I mean, that's from going back, it looks like that's always been his makeup, even in college, working out.
All right, and the Houston Astros will try and get Game 3 in again tonight after it was delayed last night due to rain and inclement weather. That'll be a 7 o'clock batter-up for the Astros and the Phillies, with that series tied at 1 win apiece. Good luck to the Astros.
Yeah, weather permitting.
Weather permitting.
I think it's how
you got it.
Thanks, Greg.
Sure.
We'll be back after this.
Here's a KSAT 12-hour forecast. Some patchy fog in the morning, reduced visibility right near 60 degrees at sunrise. And then by the noon hour, we're up to 71 with some sunshine. And tomorrow afternoon, we have that 10% chance of a stray shower. I really wouldn't change your plans around it. It's one of those, just a brief little sprinkle. And 77, the high temperature. Better rain chances, it's 40%, but still better Friday evening and Friday night for some thunderstorms.
All right, thanks, Adam. And thanks for watching the news at 5.
See you back here at 6. World News is up next.